Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Gina. So, this is a video 2 in the Little House on the Prairie Journal series. And I wanted to show you what I got done sewing on the journal yesterday. I sewed all around the edge and got the sides done. It's a little bit wonky, but I like it. It looks handmade. That's what it is. Got this all done. This is long, but that's okay. You know, I'll cut off what we don't need and use it for something else. I do want to show you, I did change something. I put the other fabric away already. I wasn't happy with it. I didn't like it. I had chose it when I had chosen a different fabric for the cover, which is put away too. And then I ended up choosing this fabric for the cover. I had went back to my other storage area and came back in with this fabric and then was still using that liner, and I just wasn't happy with it because I had went with this more spring, you know, happier, like, you know, cheerier fabric, I guess, and I just wasn't happy with it. And so I got my little fabric box out that has this type of fabric in it, and I came up with this, and I am much happier. I like it so much better. I am so glad. I was getting ready to sew. I actually had it in my sewing machine. I had the foot down right here, and I was getting ready to sew. I always start right down here for, I don't know, I guess because I feel like this is the least area to be seen, you know, where you're starting, and I was like, not happy with it. Just not happy with it. So I took it out and I found this fabric and I like it so much better. And so I sewed this little pocket in here, and this is where the signatures will go in. So I don't think this little area, I kept trying to figure out how am I going to cover this up, but I think this will be okay. I will cut this down if I need to. But that's where the signatures. So this is where I've gotten so far, and I am so happy with it. I really am. And I came along with right along the edge. I did a real close zigzag there, right along the edge, and I sealed that all in there. I don't have a serger or anything, so I just have to do what I can on my sewing machine. But I think that will make it last a lot longer than what I was doing with the zigzag, I think. I hope. So then, what I did, I took the cover off of the book. Here's the little book that's in some really sad shape, but we're going to use it. We're going to bring it back to life. I need to get my other cover. This is my other cover, the old one. That I'm still going to do something with this because this is a good cover. It will become a Little House on the Prairie Journal itself too, but I wanted to go start to finish on this one too. So I took it and I put it on a piece of cardstock, glued it on a piece of cardstock, and all the tears and stuff that were in it, I glued them down so that they are now glued down. I'm trying to decide if I need to put Mod Podge or something on top of it. I really don't want to because that's going to change the texture of it. It seems to be all down real good, you know, like I can't pick it up with my fingers or anything. I think I'm going to leave it alone because I don't want to change it. You know, if I put Mod Podge over it, it's going to look all different and everything. I really like it. So this is going to go on the front, and I'm going to make a pocket out of it. I'm going to glue it down and make a pocket out of it. So that's my plan with that. I'm not going to do it yet though, because I think I want some more little laces or trims there, and I haven't came across them yet. So, and I've got the signatures. I'm going to put 5 small signatures in. They're not going to be thick and heavy because they can't be, or it's going to go, whoop, it's going to go gator mouth. And I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that, and I don't want to do that with this one. So they're going to be 5 small ones. And I did go ahead and get this made because I have a real problem with it. Math is not my strong suit. I even had to take it. I took it to my husband with my scoreboard, and I said, can you help me? Because my brain can't figure this out. And he helped me. So they're just there, and I've got it all dotted and figured out. So, to try to keep this from getting dirty. I have a little Ziploc that I'm just going to put it in while we're not using it. Take it out when we need it. And I have a basket beside me. I just have a basket. It's got some stuff left in it from my last one that I did that I thought, well, I may use that for making different things. It's got like Sears Roebuck pages, and I probably won't use those. I'll take these out. Those are sewing pages. I didn't see those. I cleaned it out and I thought I had everything out, but these I might use. So anyway, I keep my journal, my current journal, in a basket here. I keep that beside me. Okay, so, oops, oh, I got to put that in there. That's safe. Alright, now, probably 3 months ago, I dyed a bunch of papers. Oh, I just knocked something off down here. I'm sorry, just a minute. My shelf is falling apart down there. My husband has me a new one ready, and I just gotta take a day and clean that all out and get it in there. I just haven't wanted to take a day. I'm excited about this journal and I don't want to take time. Okay, so I spent about a week dyeing papers and get everything, this was in January, early January. Just a second, I gotta drink. And I tea-dyed a bunch of papers. And then we had our little family emergency thing, and I'm not sure what all I have in here. But we're going to try to get some... Oh, I forgot to set a timer. I better set it. Let me... Set timer for 45 minutes.
45 minutes. And we're starting now.
Okay. So, well, we won't need the envelopes. That's for making things inside. I'll set those up there. So I have just some papers here. I have plenty. I wanted to make sure I did. Okay. I can spell them. I had some Hawaiian something. Oh, I coffee stained some of them. Oh, there's another envelope stuck in there. Smell. Okay, so then I use some different papers here. So I need to separate. I need to figure out how many papers. Probably don't want more than six or seven probably in each one, because I get pretty thick with them. So let's go with maybe 3 of these. Okay, wait a minute. I see that I have got this has got lines. Ooh, look at that, that's pretty. Set that aside too. I don't know if there's very many of those in here. Or if that was a happy accident, there's one. That's kind of one. I don't know. Oh, that was pretty. I'm not sure where that line paper came from. That's a loaner. I think I'll set it aside for doing journaling cards and stuff. Okay, so we've got these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, there's 5 of those, so that we'll have one of those in each. We'll have one of those in each signature. And then some of these are lighter than the others. So let's get one of these lighter ones in each one. Maybe, maybe not. It's getting kind of hard to separate these. I don't have room on my table here. Okay, and then some of these are darker. So maybe I get a darker one, and that should be plenty of those. And then we'll pick out some pattern paper. And I think that I definitely dyed enough pattern paper for these. Okay, so then I have plenty of paper left. So I think I will just like take these and do the old, you know, and do this. I hope I have 5 there. I'm sure I can get confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think my husband has decided to pop popcorn, it sounds like, in the kitchen. Sometimes I really wish my kitchen was not right off of my scrapbook room, but that's how it is. So that's how it is. That's what we got. Okay, so I really like this paper. I've got 3 of those, correct? And I've got 1, 2, 3 of the plain. I really like to have plain because I can dress those up. So then maybe 3 of these in each one. So let's just pick 3. This is hard. I'm not real sure what I'm doing here. There's 1, 2. Well, maybe I want to. There's 1. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. Maybe this one? What do you think? Those 3 together? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so here's a signature. Let me get some paper clips down. Oh, I keep knocking that thing off of my, I'm setting this, let me set this aside. I think I'm going to have to work on that shelf sooner than later. Okay. And if I get to it and I want to mix these up, I can. Okay, so there's a signature. Set that in my basket. I love this one. I'm trying to spread these out a little bit. So kind of what I got here. This one. That popcorn smells really good. Maybe this one. There's 3. And this one. I apologize for all the noise. Okay, and as I was doing that, I saw another favorite. This one. I love this one. This one, and it's kind of hard to pair up though. This one and this one. And these 2 together. Those 2 together, and those 3. Alright. Now, I love this one. Can you tell I love these flowers? This one and this one. I didn't realize that had flowers. I'll probably cut it. Oh, I don't know. Let's do these two together. Those look really nice together. Those three. Let's go with those three. Okay. Now the last one. Let's go with this one. And this one, and this one. Let's put these three together. And that leaves me with lots of papers to make embellishments with. Okay, now I will set these all up to the side. And I may decide as I'm doing this that I want to swap out, but okay. So now I have to bring these back. Get these closer to me. Reach them. Okay. Now I want to get my book back out again and make sure that folding the paper 8.5 by 11.5 is the right size. This is going to fit in there quite nicely. That's what I had planned when I did it, but it never hurts to double check and make sure that your plans are correct. And that fits in there just right. So yes, all right. Double checking and double checking is never a bad idea. And I learned early on it's good to keep that in a plastic bag because you never know where ink lands. Ink seems to travel. Okay, so let's fold these in half. And I won't do all of these on camera because, well, you don't want to watch me do all this, but so then I will have to cut these into 8.5 by 11, and I will of course keep the scraps for making, and I dyed the backs of these. I just would take my paintbrush and daub all over so that I had. And I didn't know, when I first started doing this, my first books, I would take these and I would dip them in the, I had big tubs of tea water or coffee water or whatever, and I put my papers down in them and I soaked them down in there, and then I took them out and I had them dry, and they were so stiff that when I folded them, they would crack. And so I didn't do that this time. I just would take my paintbrush and kind of put it on there. And now they're bending just fine. They're not cracking on me and they're not all stiff. And so that seems to have worked so much better for me. I was hoping, because I didn't want that cracking paper where I had to be careful when I, so we're going to see how this bends, because I had to be so careful and then I had to reinforce it. So we're going to see how this works now when I do this. It seems like it's going to be just fine. Yeah, see? See, that's working. I don't have any, there's nothing going wrong there at all. Oh, hallelujah. Because before, the way I was dyeing my papers, it would be so stiff here that it would just, I had to reinforce it and everything. So what I did with this, and I think it looks fine. I think it looks stained just fine. It's fine. I think it looks really pretty. And I just put it, I had my little plastic, I had these things that I get at, now this looks terrible. I have a new one. Here's a new one that I haven't used. They're stained from the one beside it. But this is what I used, and I would just put my paper on there, and I would just paint it with my paintbrush real lightly with my coffee, and then I would dab it with my thing to get my spots, and then I let it dry. And it didn't take very long to dry because I didn't have very much on there. And then I would move on to my next one. And so these are not cracking when I'm bending them. Hallelujah. So now look at this one. This one's really, it looks really nice. See, that looks really cool. Oh, I'm glad. So I'll share that with you because, let's see, this one's really dyed. So let's see how this one does. Let's see if it cracks when I go to I like this side. When I go, oh wait, no, I about cut that wrong. Woo, about wasted that paper. I'm thinking about folding it and I'm about to fold it wrong. So let's see what happens. So I just can't, I don't want to do this the way I was doing it because that was not working for me. I'm going to try this different. Nope, see, it folded just fine. Nothing at all wrong with that crease. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of these. That's going to take me a while. And I will be back and I'll add on to this video. Be back soon. Okay, I'm back. So I have taken each signature and I got each page cut down to size, and then I inked everything up and I have it folded up, and I'm not sure now. These seem awfully thick, so we'll see. Let me get my little journal out here. Because I want to make sure that I have room, because this is going to grow, you know, as I'm adding everything. So I may need to take out some of the papers in each. No. Well, yeah. I think I better take out, I think I'm going to take out one of these for now. And as I go, I may take out one of the pattern papers too, depending on what I think. So for now, I'm at least going to take out one of the copy papers from each. Oh, wow, this one had 3 in it. That's strange. I did not mean for that to happen. I'll have to make sure that this one, yeah, this one had its right amount. Something's really off here. I've got something off. This one only has 2. I must have been inking really strange. I was talking on... No, okay, no. We're good, we're good. Okay. I'm looking to make sure I have the Prius. Like, I want to keep that one for sure. And I'll see how this does. I must have folded one of these in backwards too, because it looks like, yeah, I did. I was talking to my daughter while I was doing this. This one has 3 very pretty ones. This one is the least. I'm going to set it aside in case my next one doesn't have a pretty... I cut this one wrong, so I'm probably going to replace that one with one. Because I cut it short. I must have cut it at 10.5 instead of 11. That one's got so pretty. Okay, so we'll take this one out. Okay, now let's see how this helps. Okay, that is a little bit better. That gives me a lot more room. So we'll go with that for now. Now I will set those in my... These will not go to waste for sure. Okay, so this will be for now. This is what I've done. I saved all of... These are the cutoffs. I saved all of these. If I could tell, I should have known when I was doing this, and I had one that was bigger. I should have known. Duh, I've got one I cut wrong. But these were all my scraps, so I will definitely be saving these for tags and for whatnot through the process of making this journal. So this is where I've got so far. This is kind of the boring parts of getting the journal ready to go, in my opinion. So next we will start working on the insides. I won't be sewing it together yet because I want to figure out what sewing I want to do to these pages before I can sew it in. You know, because once you sew it in, there's no more sewing going on these pages. I do like to do some sewing around my edges. I think it just looks so pretty to have some sewing, and then I like to have some lace and stuff on the edges, but sometimes I just sew those onto something and then glue them onto here. So I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. I have to sit down and do some more thinking on that. So anyway, I was gonna like think about it like Gail says, you know, think and ink, but I was talking and inking instead. But that's okay. I had a good chat with my daughter, my middle daughter. I hadn't talked to her for quite some time, so I had a good talk with her while I was inking. So anyway, that is where we are at, and that is where I will end this video. My supper is about to come out of the oven. My husband's about to pull it out, so that's where I'm going to end this video, and that kind of finishes the whole cover and getting the signatures figured out what I'm going to put in. I might switch something out for some music paper. I didn't have any music paper dyed, so I'm not sure, but I will be getting some music paper, you know, into some of the, you know, things that we make. So I may not do that. I may just leave it at as the pattern paper and the coffee dyed paper. I may not worry about music paper. As I kind of like the plainer paper because then I can really decorate and do what I want to. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'll do there. We'll see when the next video comes along. So I thank you all for joining me, and it'll start getting more interesting you know, I think when we start doing some decorating and having fun. I'm excited. I love the next part of it. I think it just gets better and better as we get into the book and start getting pictures out and making pockets and tucks and all kinds of stuff. I love making Little House on the Prairie journals. I just love it. I kind of feel like I need to watch my old videos and remind myself of the things that I did, and because I was just having so much fun making them. I loved it. So I kind of think I need to refresh myself because I don't have any of my old journals to look at. I've sold 2 of them, I think 2, maybe 3, I'm not sure, and shipped those off. And then my granddaughter has one. I made her one, and she lives 3.5 hours away from me, so I can't look at hers. I did look at hers while I was down there, but I've forgotten now. I looked it all over really good, but I've kind of forgotten now. That was a couple months ago, and a lot of stuff in between, a lot of crazy stuff in between, so I have really forgotten. That seems like a lifetime ago right now. So I think I need to refresh myself with my videos. But anyway, thanks for joining me. I will be seeing you soon with the next video. I'll probably have a couple videos in between. There's a couple of challenges that I want to do, and I'll get those done in between. But this will be an ongoing series, but there'll be stuff in between. But these 2 will probably be back to back. So I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Have a blessed day.